So this is the Wooden Shoe Tulip Farm out in Woodburn, Oregon. That is the entrance there, and it comes into just this big parking area. So for events, there's plenty of parking. Right now they're cleaning up from their Halloween season, but they only do outdoor events in terms of weddings. And you can see there's the main building there, but that's the office and the gift shop. And they also have started a little winery, but the actual wedding venue space is in this garden area here. So I will walk over there and take you through that. So there is the gift shop, and you can see the parking is just in front of us there. And here is the wooden shoe garden that we're going to go into. This is their venue space for weddings, and it accommodates 300 seated. This first area here is where they usually set up the ceremony. You can see the archway there, so the chairs would be set up in front. Power is very accessible from different areas. So this area here, this one I can't specifically see the power source, but I'm told that there, deep in the rhododendrons, there is a power outlet, so a DJ can set up here, and that's been done in the past. Another power source is just on this other side of the entrance, and they've had DJs set up here as well, and so you can see the power source is just in there. Going around just quickly, the reception area is where you see that kind of open area. Seating is usually over there, and dancing will usually occur over there, and I'll show you that in a second. So I'll just show you here. So now I'm standing under the archway that is typically used for the ceremonies, and you can see that's the entrance of where I came in. To the left and to the right, as I mentioned earlier, there are power sources, so you can set up on either side behind all of the guests of the ceremony. Or another option is there is power outlet just over here, hidden in the bushes here, so you can see just there's a power outlet. So you could set up to this side, which is if facing the little arch, it would be to the left side, as well as further out where that mailbox is, there's another power source. So those are additional options for setup. So here again is another angle of the garden. So the entrance is just over there. If we had your typical ceremony, it would be just in front of us here. There's the archway. And another option for setup that I'm told has been used is to set up the DJ right in this corner here, so to the far right of the arch. And there's a power outlet in this bush area here, although it looks like it is connected to lighting at the moment, so that would have to be something that we double check. Although I do see another power source, it looks like, back here. Yep. So right in the middle of the screen you can see power. So just to give you a vantage point again, so this would be another setup option, and I'm told that the reason they sometimes set the DJ up here is that then that way when they move to the reception, the DJ does not have to move the equipment very far. So the DJ would just come around the corner here and set up. You can see that would be where the reception is. The cement space right there is where the dance floor would be set up, and then just on this little incline right here above the dance floor would be where the DJ would set up. So in terms of power for over here, there is power cords, extension cords, just by that windmill there. And what they do is they have a bigger power source that connects to those extension cords that they can run out here, and they have like a power source that you can plug into, a 4-outlet power box that they can provide so that you can hook up right here. So here is just another vantage point of what the reception area would be like. To the left is vendor parking, so this would be parking that would be closer to reception area, but as I showed you earlier, there's parking a little further up closer to the shop and where the entrance of the garden would be, which is where the ceremony would be. Load-in can be from either side, and you can park anywhere in the parking lot unless the client has specifically requested that parking in certain areas not be used, but that's generally not the case. In terms of getting your equipment around, I would definitely recommend that we bring a dolly just to kind of get through the area, because it is quite a large garden area. So in terms of power source, just as an FYI, in this area there's one right there. There's also another one in this little bush area just behind that bird feeder there. And then there's also one just behind the middle of this post in this bush area. You can see in the middle of the screen there. So again, for reception, the dance floor would be there, and DJ generally would set up behind, just above the dance floor. Just to show you the extent of the rest of the garden, there's not usually anything set up in these back areas, but this will just kind of show you the space that the clients can mill around in and maybe need some music to kind of how far the music should venture. So there's a little game area back here, horseshoes, and if you continue back here, it's a beautiful garden. So we're walking away from the reception area, so there's just like a little pocket back here, which is basically just, as you can see, there's the DJ dance floor, and you can see just there's another little pocket kind of on the other side of the reception area. There's a kids play area. Then you walk through, there's benches throughout, which is nice. And so basically we're now going to be aligned behind the ceremony area. So straight ahead would be where the ceremony would be under the arch, and then the chairs would be on the other side of the arch. And you can see the entrance to the garden, the main entrance to the garden is just over there, just to give you perspective. There are outlets again throughout here, so you can see there in the middle of the screen is one. To my right next to the tree, again in the middle of the screen, there's another one. And so I'll just walk you through this space, because sometimes they use this space for a cocktail hour. So maybe have some bistro tables set up back here, so we might need a speaker wired back here. Otherwise, if clients don't use this area, they'll just maybe use it for photos and that sort of thing. But very picturesque and very well powered. Again, here's another power source right there, middle of the screen. Just a quick panoramic. And then again to the left, walk up. So again, here we're coming towards the ceremony area, and this is one of the first power outlet sources I showed you that is to the side of the ceremony archway, which is right there, and that's where the ceremony would be. And again, the kids area, reception further out there, main building, bathrooms, all that sort of thing over there. And that's it.